The Queen of Granada, by M. Riff. Chapter 192, The Bookstore. Rita seemed lost in thought, her attention on a little girl playing on the sidewalk. The girl noticed the car and called out, "Mom, come see." A young woman emerged from the house, took the little girl's hand, and stood beside her. Rita was speechless. The little girl reminded her of Nuria, but when she saw her mother's eyes and smile, she was convinced that she was looking at Nuria as a grown woman. Clara tugged on Rita's sleeve and repeated the suggestion in an insistent tone, "What do you say to that?" As if she were in a whole other world, Rita replied calmly, "If you ask 10 different people, you'll get 10 different answers. It can be difficult to distinguish between truth and rumors." She added, "It could also have been a rumor years ago when I heard that the Queen had returned to Granada." Vito glanced at Rita in the rearview mirror and asked, "Where should we go, then?" Rita responded, "You should probably head to the bazaar to see if the bookstore still exists." Clara opened the glove compartment and found a small book titled, The Tour Guide to Granada. She flipped through it and located a city map. While studying it, she instructed Vito, "Just keep going straight and turn right. You'll reach the Beltway." Soon, Vito left the winding neighborhood behind and continued on a wide boulevard. He tapped the GPS screen a few times and said, "Maybe we'll be lucky and get some help from technology for the rest of the way." Finally, he parked the car at the edge of the bazaar, which was in a no-car zone. They agreed that he should wait at a nearby tapas bar while Clara and Rita continued on foot. Rita noticed some familiar stores, but many new ones had also sprung up. They weaved through crowded sections of the bazaar until they reached the street where the bookstore had been located. Rita recognized from a distance the characteristic smells of the fishmonger and the cheese shop, and soon they stood in front of the bookshop. Clara pushed open the door, the bell above it jingling. As Rita was about to follow her inside, she turned and glanced across the street. The antique shop was still there, but the antique dealer and his goons were nowhere to be seen. The walls of the narrow, dimly lit place were lined with shelves that reached the high ceiling and were filled with books. It looked more like a book archive than a bookstore. At the end of the store, a man stood on a ladder against a bookshelf, rearranging books. Rita couldn't wait any longer and called out, "Hello." She expected the blind man who usually manned the front desk to appear from the back room behind the curtain. But instead, the man on the ladder said, "I'll be down in a minute. If you are bored, you are welcome to leaf through the books. They don't bite." Finally descending the ladder, he approached Rita and Clara at the desk. He was just a few steps away when he asked, "How can I assist you ladies?"